If you're divorced and your marriage lasted at least 10 full consecutive years, you might be able to draw spousal Social Security off your ex-spouse, your former spouse. Even though you haven't seen this guy in 20, 30 years, you don't even know where he is. You qualify if the marriage lasted 10 years. If you haven't remarried, he can remarry. He can remarry many times. As long as you are single, you might be able to draw off him. Now, most people are pretty familiar with this 10-year rule. And they think that 10-year rule applies to everything. 10-year is for divorced. If you're married and you want to draw off your spouse, so I'm a stay-at-home mom and I want to draw off my spouse, also Social Security spousal benefits, I only have to be married 1 year. So I'm currently married to him. You used to be married to him a long time ago. Which one of us has priority? So I was thinking about that TV show where that guy has 3 wives. I know they're not legally 3 wives, but you know, the show I'm talking about, right? But you could have somebody that married you for 10 years, then married somebody else for 10 years, then married somebody else for 10 years, and now is currently married, right? And people are like, well, who has priority? Kind of makes sense that his current wife would have priority. In this scenario, I said, I'm his current wife. We've been married 1 year. And since you were his first wife, married to him 30 years ago, that you would have the least priority, you probably don't get anything, right? Or his second wife. Maybe his third wife because she was the most recent wife, you know? And it's like, what? It's way easier than that. All of us are eligible to get the same amount. All of us. And that's where somebody always pipes up, well, that's why there's a problem with Social Security running out of money, right? Okay, well, we're not going to go into that. But how much you get is also something that people confuse. Everybody says, I'm going to get 50%. Well, I can get 50% and she can get, no. I said eligible. You are eligible. She is eligible. I am eligible. We're all eligible to get up to 50%. Some of us might get as low as 30% or anywhere in between 30 and 50. How much you actually get as a spouse or a divorced ex-spouse depends on your age when you start drawing, not his age, your age. So I have 2 charts here. One is if you were born between 43 and 54, one if you were born after 1960. So I'm just going to do the one if you were born after 1960. If you draw as early as you can, spousal benefits begin at age 62. So I have to be at least 62 to draw off my spouse. Remember my scenario, I'm married to him right now. You're his divorced first wife. You have to be 62. He has to be 62, okay? All of us are at least 62. He does not have to be drawing Social Security. For me, as an existing spouse, to draw off my spouse, I can't draw because he's not drawing his own Social Security. But you, as a divorced spouse, can draw off of him because he's at least 62. You're at least 62. Like I said, he doesn't have to be drawing for you to draw. Different rules for married or divorced. And the reason that is if you're divorced and he had to be drawing his in order for you to draw, you could see he'd be like, oh, we hate each other. I'll never draw and I will just block her for her entire life. So they had to change the rule. So he can't block you. As soon as he turns 62, whether he draws it or not, as long as you are 62, you are eligible. Now, how much you get, remember I said you can get from 30 up to 50%. You want the 50%, right? You want the most. Depends on your age when you draw. If you draw at 62, you're going to get the lowest amount, and that's going to be about 32.5%. If you wait, for every 2 months you wait, you get a little bit more. So if you wait till you're 65, you get 41.7%. If you wait till your full retirement age, which for anybody born after 1960 will be 67, then you get the top amount, the maximum, which is 50% of his amount. Okay? And this is the same for divorced spouses and currently married spouses. How much we get, we're both eligible for the same amount based on our individual ages. So if I'm currently married to him and I want to draw mine at 67, I'm going to get 50% of his amount. If you're 62 and you're like, I need it now. I need it now. I want it now. I'm not healthy. I might not live long enough. And you draw at 62, you're only going to get 32%. Now, for those people out there that draw early, that get a smaller amount, you're like, yeah, okay, well, it's smaller right now. But when I reach 65, it's going to go up, right? And when I reach 67, it's going to go up, right? No. Everybody thinks that, but it's not. When you start drawing any Social Security benefit, that's basically a promise from the federal government that you're going to get the same amount level for the rest of your life. So that amount, that 30%, you're locking that in for as long as you live. So the good news is if you live to 90, 95, 105, you beat the odds, you're still getting it. It doesn't run out. The bad news is you locked in a permanently reduced amount that's never going to go up. Yeah, sometimes we get a cost of living increase in January due to inflation. Everybody gets that. So you're not getting that because you're older. Some years we get it, some years we don't. But in general, once you start taking your benefit, that's your benefit level for the rest of your life. So let's go back to my initial scenario. I'm currently married to my spouse. We've been married 1 year, so I qualify to draw off him. You were married to him 30 years ago, and you were married to him for 10 years. You're the first wife. And a lot of people think, well, that was so long ago, she probably doesn't have any standing or any priority. Like I said, it's all the same. As if you were married 10 years and you're not remarried currently, you can draw off of your ex-spouse. If half of his amount is more than all of your amount. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what, when I married him, he never got off the couch. Like he didn't make any money. So you have to call Social Security. Social Security can tell you, but they're not just going to talk to you without you first providing documentation of your marriage, of your divorce. So if you can provide that documentation, then they'll tell you, yeah, this is how much he's eligible to make at his full retirement age. And you might be shocked to find out that he became a raving success after your marriage. And he made lots and lots and lots and lots of money. And half of his is way more than all of yours. You might also be depressed to find out he never did get off the couch. And yours is going to be more than his. You'll never get two benefits from Social Security. You'll only get one, whichever is higher. Either your own work history or half of your spouse's or your qualifying ex-spouse. So let's go back to it again. This guy has 3 ex-wives, and he's currently married to me. So his 3 ex-wives, first one 10 years, second one 10 years, third one 15 years. So people think, well, I was married to him 15 years, I get more. No, you just had to qualify at 10 years, 10 full consecutive years, and you all are eligible for the same amount. And they say, well, I'm currently married to him. Surely I get more. No, we're all 4 of us are all eligible for the same amount. Remember that eligible word I keep saying. Eligible for up to 50% of his amount if half of his is more than all of ours. So if the second wife was a high earner, she can't draw off him. He, if he divorces me, if he becomes single again, he might draw off his second wife because she vastly out-earned him. I know. Just stay with me. The third wife is way, way, way older. And so she wants to draw right now, and she's already 67. She's going to get 50%. The second wife is only 61. She can't draw at all. She has to be at least 62. The first wife, you, in this scenario, you are at least 62. You want to draw at 62, you're going to get about 30%. Me, the current wife, I can't draw off of him unless he's drawing. So if he wants to wait a couple more years before he draws, doesn't impact any of his former wives. They could all draw based on their age, but I can't draw as an existing spouse to get my own spousal benefits until he draws. So for me, the existing spouse, I might draw my own, even though I was a stay-at-home mom most of my career, so my Social Security monthly check might be $600 a month. So it's not very much. I can get my own, and then when my husband later does file, then I could switch to my spousal benefit if half of his is more than all of mine. The main thing I want to get in there, it's how much you get is based on your age when you draw, not his age. So a lot of people are like, well, he died. He died at 60. He never even drew. Doesn't matter. You're eligible to get what he was eligible for at his full retirement age. So when they calculate his amount, they look at his 35 highest years of earnings. Because a lot of women, like I said, they said, well, he didn't make hardly any money when he was with me. Then he developed a tech company and became a millionaire after me. So am I only eligible to get 50% of what he earned during our marriage? No. You're eligible to get 50% of his highest 35 years of earnings. Okay? So if he became a raving success after your marriage, you benefit. If you're following along, but I am starting to lose you, go to our website, theMedicareFamily.com. Go download our Social Security cheat sheet. It will show you all these facts, figures, percentages, penalties that I'm talking about. And it's a lot easier if you go download it and you can hold it in your hand and look at it and trying to remember everything that I'm saying, because we all know I talk too fast. Now, I have people that say that I'm not being quite clear, which definitely I'm guilty of that. It's very hard to try to simplify this stuff. That's what I try to do on my channel, is simplify it. And I will tell you, for the sake of those people that are real sticklers, that when I say you'll never get two benefits, you'll either get your full Social Security or half of your spouse's if that's more than all of yours. But they're like, but I get two checks. Okay, that's how the Social Security Administration bookkeeps it. And this is how they explain it. So if you're not confused to this point, let's just call it a day and get out of here. Hit subscribe, like, comment, give me some love, get out of here. If you're one of those sticklers that wants to know the rest of the story, I'll tell you this briefly. That the Social Security Administration is going to say, if Tony, if his full amount at his full retirement age is $3,000 and my full amount, because I also work, is $1,000, then half of his is $1,500. That's what I'm entitled to. And that's what I just tell you. That's where I leave it. But they're going to say, I'm going to get my own $1,000 a month, and then I'm going to get $500 from him. See, I think it's easier to explain it the other way, which is why I do. But let's let the government make everything more convoluted. God knows they enjoy doing that. The one thing I want you to know, that if you do end up drawing a spousal benefit and you're drawing off your spouse's amount, it does not reduce his amount or her. These are all gender neutral. Could be the woman, could be the high earner. It will not hurt your spouse or your ex-spouse. So you're like, well, how is Tony in this situation? Tony's got those 3 wives and they're all drawing off of him. Does he get anything? Doesn't impact him at all. He is still eligible to get his Social Security, again, based on his age when he starts drawing. If he draws early, he gets less. If he waits, he gets more the longer he waits. It's all on my Social Security cheat sheet. Go check that out. So as a spouse, you might not get anything because you guys made about the same during your career. So you're not going to get some of his. If you, as the woman, made more than your husband, he might be able to draw part of yours. Again, don't panic. It's not going to reduce yours. For those couples out there that are not legally married, they're like, but we've been living together for 17 years or 25 years. Get married. You only have to be married 1 year to be eligible to draw Social Security benefits off your new spouse. If you're not married, in the vast majority of the states, there's no Social Security for you, period. There are a couple states, a handful, where you can petition as a common law marriage. Texas, Kansas, Colorado, Montana, Vermont. There's just a few, not California. But it's still way easier just to get married. Get married, in 1 year, you're eligible for Social Security. I know you have more questions about this. I have a lot more videos on Social Security and spousal benefits in particular. Check them out on my channel. If you like this video, you might really like this video. Check it out. And we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a great video. We put out one every week. Check in the description below this video for a link to our cheat sheet on Social Security and Medicare. And you can also give us a comment if you have a specific question. Always feel free to call us or email us at the Medicare Family.